The Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez Show.
We are two wild and crazy guys.
That's right. Sometimes they're funny.
There you go. You won't feel so bad.
Yes, I do actually.
Sometimes they're serious.
My daughter made an incredible squash vegetable soup.
But they're always real.
Do you use a regular toothbrush or do you have like an electronic toothbrush?
And will tell you the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
The Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez Show.
Dímelo cantando.
Mira lo que llegó aquí para que ustedes
Diantre.
vean.
A buena hora.
A buena hora.
I hate
That's
Louis.
it.
Everybody loves Louis, but I hate Louis.
Oh, listen.
He always got some awesome
Welcome to the Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez Show.
What's
with
going
Miss
on?
Jackie Quinones, and for the ever rovering around, my boy Gustavo.
Yeah.
I like that intro. We even gave Gustavo, the technical director, a damn title. What is he doing on the show right now?
I feel special. Well, I just wanted to take this moment to
Oh my
I think
God.
we want to
First
say
of all,
thanks.
Papi, that sounds so cliche.
It
I
does.
want to take this moment. Can you
It's
come
not
up
my
with something like
How about
make
if
it?
you let us do the show and you go back to the back stage? How about that?
Oh, like that. Wow, Papi.
I'll go back to this.
Gustavo,
Okay.
Gustavo, no, don't leave. Don't leave. I want you to defend your honor.
I will.
Esto es importante.
I
Esto
just
es
wanted to say, I'd like to give thanks. I'd like to thank God. Louis, you could thank God too. Casper, since you don't believe in God, you could thank yourself. But I want to take this moment. We need to give thanks that we're here together, we're healthy, and thanks to all the frontline workers dealing with the virus. And I hope it all
You
goes
took
back.
Louis' thing just to get 5 minutes. All right, brother.
Viste?
Okay.
But no, I mean, listen, I love everything that you said. But yeah, mi gente, ¿cómo estamos? Bendiciones to you guys. Casper and I are back. Jackie will be joining us shortly.
Mhm.
And that we hope and we have faith that people had a good, if not a decent kind of a week. And again, I want to send out, give a shout out to all you frontline workers again, nurses, doctors, all you medical people, delivery people, social workers, teachers, the people that make living for the people that are having a difficult time a little better. Thank you for all your work, all your effort. To all you moms and pops that are still at home, homeschooling your kids, blessings to you. I salute you. And to all you young people out there, I hope that you learn something new every day and that you're supporting your mom and your pops or your abuelos and abuelas and tios and tias and your little brothers and big sisters and vice versa. Casper, you want to add to that? I would appreciate it.
No, you covered everyone. Thank you.
Oh my God, Casper, this was like clearly an opportunity that I just laid out there for you.
You did.
And that's the response.
Absolutely. You covered everyone. I mean, thank you to all the essential workers. Saludos a María Nieto, Arely Simón, María González,
Nieto. Saludo.
and everyone who's logging in. We are
Right.
live tonight on YouTube and Facebook, so that's kind of cool. So we're excited for the show. We're excited that you guys are here with us tonight.
We got some really special guests tonight. You want to tell our people about who's coming out to hang with us, Casper?
Absolutely.
Or you want to keep it a secret? ¿Qué tú
No,
quieres hacer?
no. Yo lo quiero decir todo. I want to let the world know. Te quiero dejar saber a ti, solamente a ti.
Yo, keep that up, Casper. I'm gonna give you your horoscope in a minute.
Oh yeah, my sign is.
no!
You know what my sign is, right? If you're gonna read my horoscope, my sign is slippery when wet. Okay. Anyway, tonight we're gonna have later on in the show with us a dear friend of mine. She was my roommate. We lived together for many years.
What?
And
Did you say a she? And you lived together for 11 years?
No, for several years. We were roommates in Miami.
Okay.
Her dog is the inspiration for me getting Marty McFly. But a lot
Bring
of
in the
people.
dog. Cover
Yep.
your ass with the dog.
That's right.
All right.
Her dog Oliver. I used to babysit him when she used to go out of town to work. She's worked in Spanish television and English television and films. Angelica Celaya, who played Jenny Rivera in Telemundo, and Zed in Constantine on NBC, is gonna be here with us tonight. So she'll be here later on tonight with us. Jackie's gonna come by in a couple of minutes. You know, again, between you and I, people, I think Jackie still hasn't paid that cable bill because she has some problems.
Oh,
There she is.
Oh man, why you blowing up my spot though? Why you blowing up my spot?
I'm sorry. I'll PayPal you some money to pay that.
Hey, everybody, PayPal me, Venmo me, hit me up
What?
on the Insta. I'll take some free cash.
Jackie, how are you, honey? I hear it's like 300 degrees out there.
I'm melting. It's so hot. It's like that. I gotta take 5 showers a day weather, and right after I get out of the shower, I'm already sweating weather in LA, which is weird because it's like humid. It's hot. And
Really?
it's hot at night.
Oh, yo, I'm gonna warn you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
This type of weather, okay, and humid, there's some shaking that's gonna be coming up. Prepárate.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. 2020 has already come in with a bang. I'm sure it's gonna go out with one too.
Cuídate, mi amor.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'll never forget a while ago when my sister was scared about everything that was happening in Puerto Rico. She was like, Jackie, you need an earthquake kit. She's like, do you wear a whistle around your neck? I was like, why would I don't wear a whistle around my neck. She was dead ass serious. She was like, you need to wear a whistle around your neck. I was like, okay.
Mira, no joking around, but my daughter hit me up the other day and she said, Pop, I bought an earthquake kit. Didn't you guys have a pretty good jolt like a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, just last week, I think.
Yeah,
in the middle of the night, it woke me up. It wasn't huge, but it was definitely significant to wake me up. I've been living in LA long enough that if you feel a small tremor, it's not a big deal. But yeah, it definitely woke me up.
That caught your attention, in other words.
Yep, definitely.
You know?
We'll see if the San Andreas fault kills us all.
Why do you gotta go there? Why do you
start the show on fire?
It's somebody's fault, you know.
Right. It's not San Andreas.
Yeah.
Then Trump.
It's that whole theory of plate tectonics, man. You know, the continental drift theory. What's up, Brian de Jesus? What's up, y'all? Saludo, Brian. Brian actually worked with us in Carlito's Way, too. He was actually, I believe he was playing young Carlito. That got edited out of the movie, but when we were
Why you
filming,
gotta say that shit, Casper?
Because it did.
He was
Wound up.
in the movie, bro. I'm
listen,
freaking ravioli. Bro, man,
know.
you gotta let people feel good, man.
well, I am.
Yeah.
No. Quit the bullshit, because here's the reality. If it got edited out,
Oh my
it
God.
got edited out.
Why? Why are we talking? Why can't we be
We see it.
building the brother up? Brian, I am so sorry.
No, let me continue talking about Brian. If you allow me to speak, I would finish my comments. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Is that cool? Is that cool? Go ahead. Come on. Well, Brian, I wanted to talk about Brian because he worked with us on the project Carlito's Way too, and now he's doing his own project called Watch Your Hustle, where he's doing these episodes with different people about what their hustle is, so you could actually check it out, support it, you know. And he knows it's all love. Louis wants to make, anytime I try to do something, Louis just wants to always, one, correct me or shut me down.
Jackie, you got to back me up on this.
Am I gonna have to play mediator today?
I swear, I don't know if you got to play mediator or alligator or constipator, summator.
Just don't be an instigator.
Oh,
definitely
I like that. I like that. Dr. Seuss, the cat in the hat. I will not eat in that room, not with that spoon.
Okay, so I do have some poems that I want to read, but later.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, because we're still early on, and there's like 700,000 people that are going to be joining us in like literally 5 minutes. So
That's right. If you want to join us in the fun, right on the Facebook page, you could click on the StreamYard link and we could bring you on the show with us. You can ask me, Jackie, Louis, even Gustavo. You can ask Gustavo a question. But if you have a question for Gustavo, you can go ahead and email him. And, maybe he'll read that email. And if you have suggestions.
Jackie, I'm sorry. Something that new that you learned this week.
Something new that I learned this week?
Yes.
That's a good question. So many things, but which one should I pick? I guess.
One.
Go ahead. What one? Something really cool. This was maybe at the end of last week, beginning of this week. But
Okay, that counts.
I learned that there's an island off the coast of Scotland, about 20 to 30 miles off the coast of Scotland, called Isle of Rum. And it's like this nature preserve, and there's only like 20 or 30 people that live there. And they're looking for new people to move to this island to help inhabit this island. I was like, you have to sign up. I was like, I'll go. I will sign up.
Okay.
I will go to that island.
No, Jackie. Let me save you a lot of trouble. Okay.
Okay.
And the reason that you and I are having this conversation, because I'm giving Casper as much time to figure out what the hell he learned this week, if anything. But anyway, you got to figure 20 to 30 miles off the coast of Scotland, you are in the North Sea, which is by far one of the most treacherous seas in the planet. And you get some wicked storms there. Why do you think they're looking for people? They're not looking for people.
They're looking for victims.
They're looking for pendejos and shit.
At this point, I'm safer there than I am in the U.S. So I'll take.
Yeah, right now I have to agree with that.
Yeah.
Oye, y quiero mandarle un saludito a Carla Berkowitz. She's the EP, the executive producer of Critical Thinking. She's on here today, so just wanted to say hi.
Carla!
Yeah, how are you?
Carla, what's up, girl? It's been a minute. I love Carla.
She's awesome. She's so dedicated to her work, and she's gold. She's definitely gold.
Okay, enough. All right. Eddie Baptiste.
Which Eddie Baptiste, though? Is that Eddie Baptiste from Cafe Remy? Eddie Baptiste?
I bet you. Looking good, Casper. I haven't seen you since Don Cookie.
I was gonna say because there's two Eddie Baptiste. I know Eddie Baptiste from Don Cookie, absolutely. That we work together over with Jimmy's. Definitely,
that's who it is, bro.
Yes, it's that Eddie. We do have several Eddie Baptiste in the house. Yeah, but that's my other boy, Eddie Baptiste. What's up, brother? Good to see you here on Cara de Libro. And what did I learn new this week? Oh, thanks for asking.
What did you learn this week?
All right, hold up. Casper, is there anything possibly that you learned this week that you would like to share?
Yes.
Okay.
I learned that I need a better space, apparently. And I learned that when we meet up early, we do nothing when we meet up early. So I learned that too. But I learned two things this week. That's what I learned this week.
Casper, I'm really happy for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So what did Louis learn new?
Yeah. What did you learn, Louis?
I learned this week. Yo, I learned today we have a beehive here and we're doing honey. And you know, the average lifespan of a bee in the summertime is 2 weeks. You know why?
Why? No, why?
Because they work themselves to death, making and honoring and serving the queen
bee.
to make honey.
Wow, that's some backwards thinking. Like those bees really need to like step it up. That sounds like slavery, bro. It's 2020.
Okay. Well, listen, Ivan, my boy, our boy Ivan.
Ivan
Well,
Sanchez.
you know, it was bees that totally destroyed Darwin's theory. Did you know that?
How?
No.
How did the bees destroy Charles Darwin's theory of evolution?
Because bees do it everything. Bee does everything for themselves. You know, they have a whole society. They have a whole structure. They take care, like the queen bee. She lays 1,000 eggs a day. 1,000 eggs a day, and a queen bee could live for 6 years. So what happens is you got this whole, you have this whole
Colony?
situation. You have a Casper. If I need words in my mouth, I'll ask. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Jackie, for understanding and being patient and listening. So, so they all they do is they take care of the queen, and all she does is lay eggs and get laid, and the females go out, the workers that call, and they bring back all the pollen and all that stuff to make honey. So their society works, and Darwin was like, "There's nothing outside of humanity that can be at the same level," and that's not true. Bees take care of themselves, bro, to the T. If like they get a
Yeah, but
predator,
I'm sorry, but that didn't disprove the theory of evolution.
Yeah, I don't see how that disproves evolution.
you know what? No me encojones, okay?
Because I was going to say, if anything, that encouraged that there was that they, whether it's insects or people, we have evolved. But you know, I thought you were going to say that it was fake and Charles Darwin was wrong, and it was proven by bees.
Well, he was wrong, and it was proven by bees.
Pero how?
He didn't explain. He just
So,
started
listen.
talking about how the queen bee lives 9 years, she gets laid, and then
Anybody-
the women bees go out there and bring her food.
Listen, somebody look up, somebody out there, please, Ivan, look up Darwin theory of evolution in relationship to bee colonies, and just get back to us, all right? Thank you, because I know you're on. So I got something I'll show you.
It's a
So-
self-sustained community, but anyway,
Yeah.
what's that?
This is the soundtrack from the movie Hold On.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you see my beautiful face in there somewhere,
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there it is.
right? But this is these two young people in the front, Tarek Tomey and Michaela. Michaela wrote and performed all the music, and she did the compositions. And Tarek wrote, directed, and acted in it. And my son Sami Guzman was one of the producers of it. And it's a beautiful movie. So I just got the soundtrack. If anybody gets a chance, check it out.
Very cool.
Michaela wrote and performed and orchestrated all the music to this. Very, very talented. It's a beautiful story. If you get a chance someday, check it out. But it's a soundtrack to Hold On. All right? All right.
Where can we see the movie?
I'm just talking about the soundtrack, Jackie, okay? Just the soundtrack.
Somebody
Just
else Google where you can see Hold On.
You know,
Well, because you asked Louis and he gets offended.
Listen, I just got a response from Ivan Sanchez. I'm Googling it, and he said I'm right. You see?
Right.
I'm right.
Well,
You
the
said-
question was never whether or
Bees-
not you were right. The question was how.
Exactly. That because we never said you were wrong. We just said how. How did that happen?
Okay, I'm gonna get the information from. This is why, you guys. This is why it's important to read stuff. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? Just
And
look up,
I'm reading you, and I feel like you're bullshitting me.
Can I share what I learned?
No,
Yes, please.
nobody
please,
wants to know what
please.
you learned.
I want you to share what you learned.
Motherfucker, go ahead, bro.
These
I
two
learned-
are acting like brothers.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I learned just how much I care about this show. Casper calls me over the weekend, and I answer the phone in the shower. And I just want to let you guys know, I'll answer the call in the shower for any one of you, except you, Jackie, because my wife won't let me answer the phone in the shower when you call.
Okay, you know what, bro?
So weird.
That's
So weird.
that's like the most webon shit I've heard all day.
Oh, no, but you
That
know what?
had nothing to do with Darwin.
You like to add flame to the fire. You give him an inch and he takes a yard. You gave him your phone number. He's not going to stop calling you. I'm telling you, Gustavo's dangerous, bro.
That's first. That's weird. Nobody should ever answer the phone while they're in the shower, especially not a call about potential work.
Yeah.
That's a no-no. And then I'm not even gonna touch on the whole answering the phone and your wife. Like, that's just weird. Let's not even go there. But I just think you shouldn't answer. You shouldn't have a phone in the bathroom. I always think it's weird when people have phones in bathrooms.
I love that Maria asked if it was a video call. That is the most important question. Was it a video call?
Was it a video call?
The answer to that, Maria, is no. And boy, am I happy. Because even when he answered the phone, I was like, this dude's in the shower. And he's like, yeah, what do you need me to do? And I'm like, yeah, because this and this, and then we need to do this with this episode. And I'm like, was I just talking to you in the shower? And then he sends me a picture of like two people making out. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. I'm afraid of Gustavo.
Is that the wallpaper he has in the shower? Two people making out?
No, he sent me a picture of like, you know, we're so close that this is how close we are. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm getting very concerned.
See, you know, I can't turn it off, guys. You know, I'm just always on.
Dude, this is not your show. It's the Louis and Casper show. We have Jackie as the third person. I don't understand why he keeps coming on.
How did you two meet?
Who, me and Gustavo?
Yeah.
We used to work at Mega together, at Mega 97.9. You know, he was doing a production on radio spots and stuff like that. And I was doing the Jimmy spots and working with Louis and Moon and the guys there. No, but we had great times. And honestly, people, you might think that we're attacking each other. We just love to bust each other's.
No, hell no.
Love.
I'm attacking you. There's no love, Papi. This shit is real.
Well, for a second there, I thought you guys might have met on Grindr.
Oh! And I didn't swipe left. I don't even.
Exactly.
Oh my God, that is.
Están quemados ustedes, bien quemados.
Saludos a la colombiana. And Brian, if you got, why don't you get on for a couple of minutes and talk to us, bro? You can get on the show. Just get on that StreamYard link. Come on and talk to us.
It sounds like Casper is looking for backup people.
No, I'm just mad at you.
No, me. Okay?
I will know you as many times as I want.
Yo, let me tell you
One,
something.
I'm tired of you. And two, you're nasty when you're eating, bro. Like, seriously. I'd rather see someone else than here. All right? How about that?
I don't hear anything, but that's just
You're
me.
lucky.
Well, you have those headphones on, so and I got the AC going. I got, yeah.
I got
natural filtration.
I'm too sexy for this shirt. Too sexy for this shirt.
Okay, Casper. Casper, you on any kind of medications these days?
Not yet. Why? You have something?
Bro, don't dismiss the question, bro.
What you selling, Louis?
Don't dismiss the question. Angel Rosario, what's up, Papa?
The funny thing was that I said, no, do you have any? And then he says, don't dismiss the question. The question was answered. The answer was no. Do you have any? Anything. You can email me. You can send me a little Dropbox. Imagine that if you could send like weed via Dropbox to each other. Yo, check out this nugget. Check it out. I'm going to put it on Dropbox. Here you go. And you open up the folder. Damn, that smells good. Yo, close that folder. My mother's coming. I don't want her to smell that.
I will say this. I have some CBD. I have legal CBD here in LA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not... marijuana's legal here too. Marijuana, it doesn't... But it's not good for me. I don't like it. But CBD is good for so many things. I mean, it helps with pain. It helps with anxiety. It helps with eating. Like, it's just great. Sorry, I can't find my words. I'm losing my words today, guys.
That's all good. But no, listen, I asked and I received it. Yo, Brian, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Price is Right. No.
Oye, te jodiste, papa.
Te jodiste.
I was thinking about it. It's a good idea.
How are you, brother? Where you coming in from?
From the Bronx, man. Bronx, New York.
BX.
Baby.
I heard of that place, bro.
That's where I'm from, son. Where you at? What part?
By Parkchester right now, which is great, man. You still got the culture, you still got the people, the music.
Right. My brother lives right there on Van Ness.
Casper, can you let him talk, Casper?
Yeah,
let him talk. You ask him a question, and me, my brother. Bro, let the brother speak, man. I am so sorry, Papi. Go ahead, continue.
No, you guys got good chemistry. I love the realness that you guys just display.
The ball busting, like that shit changes. It's been like this for almost 20-something years. I'm done. I hope I get Social Security from this relationship. I'm so stressed with it.
Sigue jodiendo. Yo, bro, let me ask you something. What does it take you to defriend somebody on Facebook?
Ooh,
Me?
that's a question.
Yes, sir.
Well, I usually don't befriend people on Facebook. I just kind of let things be. But if I do, is if they're not really reciprocating any love back. You know?
I hope you learned something from that, Casper.
Why? I didn't block you. I'm about to block you, but I didn't block you yet.
No, you're blocked. I got you blocked.
And believe it or not, there's a lot of people that love to spy on people's pages, but never really like anything or share. But
Okay, yeah.
Can you tell us about that spy? What is that spying all about?
I don't know. Maybe that's the new age thing with social media, you know? Maybe people are not happy with themselves, or they just like to steal ideas, or I don't know. It could be many things.
It's voyeurism. People are so interested in what other people are doing in their lives because they have nothing going on in their own.
You know, talking about blocking, I have at least minimum 500 people blocked out of my account.
You blocked or they blocked you?
No, but that I've blocked. Because it's funny.
Why?
Because people come in first friendly, and then you start seeing that they start showing their ass because they're like, yeah, ha, ha, ha. And then all of a sudden you start seeing that everything you put, they attack you. And they're attacking you personally. And it's not even the post. It's just something. And I'm like, este pendejo parece that I rubbed them the wrong way at some point or another.
Yeah.
Never got over it or never discussed it. Wants to be a dick on social media. Block. And
Or you block your exes.
Casper, you should expect that because you've stolen so many women from guys in the past. When you used to work for Jimmy, I mean, you know.
Oh, really?
They want to see. They want to see what is this pendejo doing, and then they start spying on you.
Why they were hating because I was in the VIP, son?
Right, and then they see you hanging out with Jackie, not with me, but with Jackie, and then I have to bust in to explain it to undefend you because I believe in my heart of hearts, you could defend yourself. You gotta really pick up your self-esteem, Casper.
Dude, I can't even pick myself up. I'm gonna pick up my self-esteem. Have you ever seen me try to put a sock on? Have you ever seen a fat guy try to put a sock on? It's like a ballet dance. I wear slip-on shoes just so I don't have to tie my shoes. And you want me to pick up my self-esteem?
So tell us what are you doing these days, bro?
Me right now, I'm since the COVID and the quarantine thing, I started my own show like Casper mentioned. I appreciate the love and the shout out.
Yes, sir.
What's Your Hustle, which is like a docu-series where I interview different people about their hustle. So it could be any type of topic, anything that you do, but mostly it's for motivating people and inspiring people. So
What's the craziest hustle that you've heard so far?
out of the 12, well, I interviewed an ex-convict from LA, and he's like a successful YouTuber, author, entrepreneur. And that was kind of crazy for me in a sense to see like how you go from jail to being successful. I haven't gotten to the crazy kind of weird people, but I'm trying to stay away from that.
Casper, okay, you're included in what he just said. Jackie, you just made the cut. Hey, Papa, I'm available if you ever want to talk to me.
Oh, come on, man. That's love. I got a picture with you from Carlitos' way, man.
Okay.
I was a baby.
You was that little kid.
But I'm
Okay.
actually on Lost Girls, so check out Lost Girls. It's on Netflix right now.
Oh, okay. How many
What is that
episodes?
about?
It's a true story that happened with the serial killers that were killing the girls in Long Island, which is still unsolved.
Oh, right. That's right. Yeah, I heard about that. They found a lot of those bodies
Recently.
by Jones Beach and stuff.
I
Yeah,
didn't
Long
know
Island.
that. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, man.
So I played like the girl's boyfriend that died.
Wow. And it's called Lost Girls on Netflix.
Yeah, so that's something recent I worked on as an actor. But yeah, check that out.
Cool. And how's your mom?
Great.
Your mom's good? Everyone's good?
That sounds very cool.
Yeah, my mom's cool. Everybody's good. I live on my own, so I'm just
Yeah.
hustling, grinding.
That's what's up.
So,
That's great,
Papi,
my mom.
I want to thank you. I want to thank your mom. We send you a lot of love. Stay beautiful. Stay healthy. Por favor, keep creating. Keep doing your thing. Keep putting you out there. We got your back. We're going to support you.
Nah, I feel the love, so I appreciate the cosign and the sharing. Everything is love, so I appreciate that. And I'm always gonna watch our shows, so stay funny. Keep doing the duo.
Yeah.
And before you leave, go ahead and tell people where they can watch What's Your Hustle on your YouTube channel, your social media. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, my Instagram is called Scribble Scripts Media, and on YouTube it's called Scribble Scripts Media, and the show is What's Your Hustle.
Cool.
So you guys can check it out. I drop about 3 episodes a month, man. So
Nice.
Can you say that real slow? Because there's some people out there right now because they're like really, really nice. And, because you said it's like, ay, coño, se me fue.
yeah, it is a tongue twister. It is a tongue
Okay,
twister.
so ready? Go.
Scribble Scripts with an S Media.
Awesome. Scribble Scripts Media.
Yeah, I had to trademark that one too, because that's unique right there.
I feel you.
Put it
What's
on a
Your
t-shirt. Put it on a t-shirt. I want one. Anyway, Papi,
We love you, brother. Thanks
God
for
bless you,
tuning in.
thank you. And do me a favor. Oh, cabrón, cut me
He's still
off.
there. He's still there.
Oh,
I'm listening.
Papa,
I'm listening.
yeah. Tell all your friends. Like we're gonna tell all our friends about you. You tell all your friends about us.
You see,
And,
now that's love. That's love.
And
I definitely will.
because you know what? We have to all elevate each other together. You know what I'm saying? We all rise together. This is not about you meet the same people on the way up that you meet on the way down. Say, yo, this is all the people that we taking up to keep it up there. You
And I
know?
appreciate that because that's genuine. When it's genuine, it goes farther. So thank you for that.
Casper, I just really hope, Casper, you are learning some definitive things tonight here.
Am I the stupid one in the group that I always need to be learning something?
Papi, you see, you said stupid. You stupid came out of your mouth.
Está bien, está bien.
I'm just encouraging you.
You're
I'm
right.
just
You're
saying-
right.
You don't hear me say, mira, canto bruto, idiota, manganzón, que no sabe nada. Mira. Coño, come on, bro.
Hey, listen, I
what's up.
see here. I do want to give a shout out to one of our boys, Rod Reyes. Rod Reyes, come on. Louis knows Rod Reyes. I know Rod Reyes for many years, comedian in New York. He moved to Middle America somewhere, but I mean, Rod, if you're home and in front of a camera, you can link up and get on the show with us right now. If not,
I want to hear story. Come on, Rod.
Seriously, if you're not available right now, we'll coordinate for next week or the week after. But I love to have you.
We're not going to coordinate for next week. Rod, we know you're there. Let's go. Come on, that's fun. Casper,
now is when you break out that voice, Casper.
let's you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Oh my God!
It's OMG from Rod Reyes. Man, I miss Rod, and I miss my New York circle of comedians, all my friends out there. You know, last year, Angelo Lozada passed away. It's about 8 months ago.
Yeah, man,
that really screwed up a lot of us. You know,
man.
Edgar Rivera and I were talking. Rod Reyes is in Kansas City, but Rod, if you're in front of the camera, get on the link and come on and say hello, man. We'd love to see you and talk to you. Even if you're in the shower, jump on in there.
Yeah, that's right. Rob, we do take interviews in the shower.
Absolutely. Emma, si estás en el toilet and you're about to flush, even better.
Papi, no. Don't go there. Don't go there. Matter of fact, just go to the seat, don't flush. Come back for it. Pero no te olvides, because that could be traumatizing to somebody. I
think it's so crap.
Has that ever happened to you? And have you ever done that to somebody without, and it's not on purpose?
That I flush the toilet while I'm on the phone, or that I'm on the phone while I'm on the toilet?
No, that you did the number one, number two, and forgot to flush the toilet, and then somebody comes in, and yeah.
No, that's never happened to me. But I did have a roommate a while ago that clogged the toilet. This was a long time ago. He clogged the toilet and did not unclog it.
Oh my God!
And it was disgusting because.
Okay. Oh my God! Okay, good for you. Good for you.
What do you mean good? I thought you were on my side.
I am, honey. You. It was life experience.
It was an awful experience.
Yeah, I mean, you
That's
were traumatized.
too funny.
You were traumatized by Mahong, and yeah, shit happened.
I was traumatized. It was traumatizing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I take it that you've been the one that's accidentally forgotten to flush.
A few times, yes.
That happened the other day here. I felt bad. Christina was like, "Oh, what is that?"
How do you forget to flush?
I'm sorry. I was doing other things.
Well, you're literally just in the bathroom. What are you doing?
Yeah. But you know what it is too? Is
you're
that
on
we
the
have.
phone with Gustavo?
I'm going to share with you. I don't know why Gustavo's there, but let's see if
my God.
could get on the line, Gustavo. Thank you, brother.
I sent him the link. Okay.
But what I was going to say was we have a bidet, so now I enjoy the bathroom a little more. At first, and it was funny because when we first got the bidet, I was like, "What the hell is this? What's wrong with you? Why were we gonna get this?" And then I'm like, "Hey, all right, okay." I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom. Even if I don't have to go to the bathroom, I go to the bathroom because we have a bidet. So now I could whistle.
I feel like they splash everywhere, and then you have to clean every time you use it. I don't know. I'm not a big fan.
Jackie. Did you know that mopping your floor, you can burn 238 calories an hour?
I did know that.
Now, let me. First of all, if that's your job, mopping, that's understandable. Pero quien carajo mops their apartment or their house for an hour to burn all that shit
Latinas on a Saturday afternoon.
No.
When you put on the old school salsa. My mother used to, every weekend, my mom used to put on music, and then you used to see her fighting with herself. Es que este cabrón no me va a dejar así porque puñeta que estoy aquello. And I'm like, Mami, okay. Sí, aquí limpiando y mapeando y hablándome yo misma como una loca. And I'm like,
Yo.
¿cuál se habla como lo que es?
Bruh,
I'm like, how the fuck did this get so dirty?
yo, all I know is that I don't see how you could burn that many calories in a Puerto Rican household or in any Latino household because half the time we're cooking shit anyway while we're mopping.
Are you crazy? We deep fry our cornflakes. Everything we do is deep fry. It's like I'm gonna have it's like I just mopped for an hour and then I'm gonna have 3 alcapurrias. You know.
Oh yeah, no kidding, no kidding. And of course somebody's gonna forget to flush.
No. And wash it down with a malta with sugar and egg.
Oh,
I miss my
God.
Malta.
Oh, you don't have maltas out there? You can't find them?
I just don't drink it. I drink water mainly or iced tea that I make myself because it's just so unhealthy. It's so much sugar.
You can't drink Maltas no more, bro.
What?
You can't drink Maltas no more. They don't make them like they used to.
No,
Yeah,
they
they're
don't.
not as good, but they're still delicious. I mean, you can't deny Malta.
Okay, now that you've spoken about that, so let me tell you, young people, parents, caretakers out there listening, please, when you guys buy stuff to drink, especially for your kids, even yourselves, look at the ingredients.
Yes.
If shit has fructose, high fructose in it,
Corn syrup.
están fastidiados. That is what causing so much diabetes in our community. Corn syrup and high fructose. You got to read the label, people.
It's just
Yeah.
bad overall, bad health. Like, even if it doesn't cause diabetes, it'll cause something else down the line. Like, the cleaner, the better. Especially sodas. And one of the easiest ways to be healthier is to just drink water. Cut out juices because juices are all sugar. I mean, exactly, water. Make your own juices. If you want lemonade, make lemonade at home. It's likely that if you use real sugar, it's got less sugar than the lemonade you buy at the store. So
And if you and mira, along with what Jackie, and if you do that, then you become this.
A talented motherfucker. Okay,
He's
so
back. Okay, whoa.
listen, yes. Whoa. I want to read it.
Okay, you read it.
you read
You
it.
read it. You read it.
Ya que tú buscaste a Ivan Sánchez que sea el lambón tuyo.
No, read it.
Lou is correct about bees challenging Darwin's theory and natural selection. Natural selection is a key process in the evolution of a population. He described natural selection as analogous to artificial selection, a process by which animals and plants with traits considered desirable by human breeders are systematically favored for reproduction. Why bees fuck this theory? Quite simply, they don't reproduce, so how can they still naturally evolve in a colony? My guess
Oh.
is that they didn't answer shit. They just ramble.
No. So the same mother bee is giving wait, no. I can't see it. It's not on my screen, so
Yeah, no. And our technical director, when he's supposed to do his job, he's not doing it. You know.
they don't reproduce, so how can they still naturally evolve in a colony? Process by which animals and plants.
And then I just see my guess is W, and that was it.
Guys, sorry.
Okay.
Once we upgrade the software, we'll be able to see the super long comments like that. You know, again, my apologies. That's my technical.
Okay. Thank you, Gustavo. No fucking pity party.
Oh, David Mars says drink water or gin. They're both good for you.
Thank you, David.
Hey, Jen.
Can
I'm a vodka drinker though, so I'll stick to my vodka.
you go, girl. Gustavo, can you please bring on Ivan Sanchez for a moment? Bring on Ivan Sanchez.
He's not there, but Rod Reyes is here with us.
Okay, so let's go, Rob.
Bring in Rod.
Let's go. Let's
Where's
go.
Rod?
What's up? Oh my God. Yes. Oh, listen, un abrazo por ustedes. You know, I'm hugging you in my heart. Oh my God. This is,
I love you, brother.
This is amazing. Yo, Louis, I have to tell you, man, I talk about you all the time because I knew you and Rick had some times hanging together, and that was always very special to him. And I said, man, the luckiest person in the world when Ricky died was Louis, because half of his parts Ricky would have got.
That's right. And for those
Louis,
That's
Louis,
true.
no. Look, no, let me tell you, all honesty, your success has been our success. And it's been a pleasure watching your craft grow and develop and you representing us so beautifully.
Thank you, my brother. That means a lot to me. Thank you. And much respect to you. For real. I appreciate it.
Casper, thanks for shouting out Angelo. It's very difficult for me, even right now, even with the because it's still fresh, but it's very, very difficult for me to talk about Angelo without getting overly emotional. But I was blessed. Last year, I heard from another comic. He was in KC, and we, he's and it's funny. He says to me, he says, Rod, I don't want it to seem racist, but do you know Angelo Lozada? And I said, yeah. He said, well, I didn't want to ask you because I didn't want to think, all Puerto Ricans know each other. I said, yeah, but I said, Angelo as a comic isn't a stretch. And I said something and he said, yeah, but I don't know if he could do it because, he's sick. And I looked at him and he says, oh, I don't know if I was supposed to say something. This was Louis Katz. And
okay.
Louis. So Louis, and he said, I didn't mean to let it out of the bag. I said, well, listen, and I'm glad you told me. So I got a hold of Angelo, and he said, yeah, I got stomach cancer, blah, 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 blah. But he said to me, well, I plan to be around for a while, blah, da, da, da. So I was supposed to go out to LA to see my sister, and I changed plans, and I went to New York to see Angelo. Now, he was supposed to MC at Gotham that weekend, and he wasn't able to make either show, so I knew something was up. And so I said, do you want me to come by your house and I'll bring you breakfast on Saturday? No, I'm not feeling well. Sunday, I got all day. You want to do something? I can't do something. He calls me up on Sunday and he says, listen, Rod, I got chemo on Monday. Do you want to come by before my treatment for a quick hug? And I said, yeah, absolutely. And I went and I met him and I spent an hour and a half with him and I got my quick hug. And that's the last time that I saw him. And I made it to New York for the ceremony, but I was just so blessed that I was able to spend that time, because all we got is each other, man. All we have is each other.
You are so right.
Tell me what's new with you, brother. Tell me what's new. Tell me.
You just made me almost cry, damn it.
Well, we're trying to teach Casper some etiquette.
Ay, bendito.
We just haven't determined what kind of. Yeah. And Jackie is just, being beautiful and answering all the questions and asking all the questions and bringing all this beautiful vibe and stuff. And, and I am just a really good listener and I ask good questions. And I try to.
Can you suck your own dick a little more, bro?
All right, so check this out. Okay.
I ask really good questions, and I'm a really good listener. My favorite magazine is Self. No.
No. Listen, this is my favorite book. You guys ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Mira.
That's the Carepapa cookbook.
It's cooked.
Put yourself on the cover. That's
Look at the title.
Countless books by Luis Guzman.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Luis. Sign one, I'll buy one.
There you go. Available on Amazon.
Papi,
Hey, Danielle.
The only thing that was selling there is the cover. That's it. I did this thing, and they made it look like I wrote a book. So that was the cover, and it was hysterical because it's called Countless Books. So yeah, man. Have you ever written a book?
Me?
Yes, sir.
Shoot. I've been booked, but that was a long time ago.
That's a good one.
That was a long time ago. And it's really funny because with all this stuff that's going on with Black Lives Matter and this, that, and the other, and I always felt, I have never once in my life felt white, but I feel like I have had not white privilege, but like a white courtesy card, like a weekend pass that I could pull out and say, maybe not this time, officer, because when I was arrested, I got arrested for possession and sale when I was 20. Okay. And and I was guilty. I was selling like nickel bags, this, that, and this shit, and there's some discotheque in New York, and it was one of those Rockefeller quota busts. So I got out, and check this out. This is they cuff me, and as soon as they cuff me, my nose starts to itch, and I go to scratch it on the car, and I just hear this cop say, "Don't you fucking wipe your snots on my car." And I was like, all right, here it comes. So I get in the back of the squad car, and I just stuck my jaw out. Like, I said, all right, I know you're going to hit me. Go ahead. And then, like a second later, I realized, all right, he's not going to hit me. All right. And they actually treated me pretty decently, and I plea bargained, and that was the last time I was ever involved with that. And as a side note, a letter came to my house advising me of the court date. And Ricky, in his brilliance, he tells my mother that, oh, no, he was a witness in a car accident, so they want him to testify.
There you go.
That's a brother.
That's a brother right there.
That was some acting, Louis.
And for those that don't know who Rod's talking about, Rick Aviles, Rod Reyes, brothers. Rick Aviles used to host Showtime at the Apollo, was in Waterworld, of course. The part that everybody confuses Louis in, he was Ghost. Yo, Bobby, you see the black man.
I can't, bro. If I got a nickel for every person that said to me, "I love you" in Ghost, or "Why did you kill Patrick Swayze?" I could have bought Puerto Rico by now. I could have owned Puerto Rico, flat out.
It's true.
I've been with you many a time.
Yep.
I remember one time. Rod.
What
Louis, you still got your hair though.
Yeah, so
everything.
Ricky's co-star was the hairpiece they gave him for that role.
That's true. Bendito, he was losing the hair, man.
And he used to bring home like the Polaroids that they would take for the daily, shots and stuff, and he would show them. And my grandmother says, "Oh, why they make Ricky look like a boo-boo? They make it look boo-boo. Ricky don't look like a boo-boo."
I got to tell you a funny story. So, one time he was living around the corner from me, I think on 12th Street and Avenue B.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. We shared that apartment, Louis.
So one time he invited me over because he wanted to do his new routine for me. So I came over and I was sitting in the living room and he's talking about all the pigeons in Tompkins Square Park, and this is me, like he's doing it, and I'm like, so he stops and he goes, "Bro, I'm never gonna do this shit in front of you again." He goes, "Why?" I said, "Bro, you're not even fucking laughing." He said, "Oh no, bro, I'm laughing. But the white people, they will fucking die for this shit. You know? Because it's like, Rick, I know all the fucking pigeons in Times Square Park. I get the fucking story. You know? You do it really well, you know? I'm laughing inside. I'm cracking up. And he said, bro, I'm never ever gonna do that shit in front of you guys. I said, okay, está bien. You know? But he was funny as shit, and I was like really proud, and you know, Rick in his own way, he put us on that map too. You know,
Absolutely.
He broke through with quite a few things, so I was really proud of him. I still am.
Well, he was always proud of you, and you know, the one thing that everybody says about Rick, so you know it's gonna be true, is that he was never selfish. He was never envious. He just, you know, if he had work, he didn't care who else had more. The only time I've ever seen him nervous is when he went through a stretch and he wasn't getting anything. And you know, you probably, well, you always working, so you probably don't know what it's like. Like, oh, when's my next job? You know, oh my God, what am I gonna do?
Trust me, I've been there. I've been there.
Really?
Oh, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. And because, you know, like when you got to understand, when you first start out, you're just getting a day or two. You're not getting a month or two. You're getting a day or two and stuff like that. So you get a day or two, you got to stretch that out. And sometimes whatever you make, you got to stretch out for 3 or 4 months till the next thing comes.
Yep.
You know? It's a big, so I understand what he's saying, because I think we all been there. Casper's been there. I'm sure you've been there. Jackie's been there. You know, so yeah.
Jackie, have we met?
I don't believe we have, no, but it's nice to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you. You know, I might have met your grandmother.
he might know grandma. I don't even know how Rod ended up in Kansas City, but I'm glad you're here with us.
Yo, what are you doing? Are there Boricuas in Kansas City, bro?
Yeah.
Not many, man. And you know, the first thing they're gonna say is, you know, hey, órale, mexicano. You know, that's who we all are out here. So my wife lives out here, and we met on the internet, and she told me that she would have moved to New York, and somehow instinctively I knew that she would be miserable in New York. You know, she owns a home. I didn't own a house. I figured, why should she pick up and sell everything she owns and completely relocate to a place that she's unfamiliar with? She just would have been miserable. So I decided, let me move out to Kansas City, and I've actually enjoyed it. You know, it's culture shock. Let me tell you something. Like, one of the first things that happened to me when I moved out here is there was a comic named Jim Florentine that was out here, and I decided I was going to go see him at this club he was working. So I go, and there's a parking lot, and I leave my car, and I'm looking for the attendant. I'm like, come on, man, I want to pay and get out. Come on, give me my ticket. Where's the attendant? So finally I said, this is bullshit. Fuck this. And I snuck out of the lot. I snuck out of this lot because I didn't want to wait anymore. And then 5 minutes later, I realized, holy shit, this lot is free. So I snuck out of a free parking lot.
Wow, bro.
Because you're not used to that. You come from New York.
Yeah.
What's free?
You're thinking you're getting over. You're like, yes. Hold on,
That's
paga los 5 pesos.
That's very funny.
That's great.
Really, like, I'm like this. I'm like sneaking out of the lot. Like, all right, you ain't going to charge me. Fuck you. And then I realized it's free. You know New York, man. Like, it's like $9 for the first 15 minutes.
Que si que demasiado. Listen, papi, we're going to have to move on. Perdóname. But thank you for sharing your time.
Yeah.
No worries. Thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me ramble.
Wednesday.
And I
absolutely.
love you.
We'll do it again, Bob. We'll do it again.
Join us.
Bye.
Yo, bring on Ivan. Bring on Ivan.
I did some of my own research.
Yeah.
Look at him. You know why it took long for him to get on, right? Because my mom had to shave and cut his hair. He went and he polished his cheeks.
He had that quarantine look going. He had
Lou, how am I looking, man? I'm down about 10 pounds because of you.
Yeah, you look good, brother. You look good.
You
Thanks.
stop.
What did he do?
Papa, you look
Stop eating
fucking
meat.
great.
You told me to go watch that the documentary on Netflix.
Game changers.
Game Changers. It took me like a month to watch it. I watched it. I sat there. I was like, holy shit, I got to change my life. Between the documentary and my doctor telling me I was 2 years away from diabetes, I just shut everything down. I stopped with the soda, the sugars, the juices, the drinking.
Congratulations.
Put away my vodka. I hated that part. Thank you, Jackie. Lou, I was on plant-based strictly for like 3 weeks, dropped a lot of weight, had mad energy, as you can tell, felt really, really good. So I want to thank you for that, man, because that came from you. I mean, my doctor was like, it was the 1-2 punch. My doctor said, Ivan, you're headed towards diabetes. Then Lou said, Ivan, you should watch this and do what you got to do with the information.
If only Casper would watch the Game Changer.
Casper looked great.
I
did. And you know what happened? Right after the Game Changer, I went to KFC because I got hungry. I was like, yo, they talk about protein so much that I was like, yo.
All right.
That didn't work then, clearly.
All right. So Ivan, tell us about Darwin.
Yes, Lou, thanks for the science homework. You guys know I failed every single science class I ever took in my life, just the ones I went to. But reading up on it quickly, it gets pretty deep. But the theory of evolution and natural selection is that we, as parents and grandparents, we naturally breed and select what comes next. And so the strongest always survives. The reason that the bee thing threw that out the window, even for Darwin, is because most bees are not repopulating. They're not having babies. So then where is that theory of natural selection coming in when they're not selecting their own? Because it's not their own. It's just a whole colony pretty much of strangers, right? So there can't be that natural evolution and selection because they're not having children. And then I kind of threw the joke in there. That's probably why they're all dying in 2 weeks, right? Because none of us would kill off our children every 2 weeks, working them to death. But that's basically as simplified as I can make it. I posted the article for anybody that's interested in reading it. It's pretty fascinating, but it goes very, very deep. I'm just trying to give a small answer for what it is. But you're right.
So in other words, Casper
I'm gonna
and Jackie.
I'm gonna
Casper and Jackie.
Thank you,
I
Jackie.
know my shit, and Ivan just backed it up.
No.
Because
Okay. What'd you find out? What'd you find out? What?
Challenge it.
Okay.
And I want to thank Ivan. Ivan, I do appreciate you looking for the information. It was boring as fuck. I'm still confused.
We went into science class. Listen, you can answer Lou now and say, this is what I learned this week, all right? Pick up
Yeah.
Thank you, Ivan.
All right, guys. Love you, man.
Love you, pal.
He only speaks to his family on Zoom. When somebody coughs, he calls the police. When he goes to the grocery store, he wears a full hazmat suit. He wears a mask during lovemaking, again via Zoom. He is the most socially distanced man in the world.
I don't always social distance. Just kidding. Yes, I do. Stay apart, my friends.
Oh yeah, Tricky Tracky. We're gonna be right back with more of the Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez show. Hype through all the way, Brokey.
Coming up in the news. According to a new study, riding your bike to work can help you get physically fit. The study was conducted by the Institute for the Study of Things Everyone Already Knows. Their other studies show that eating less helps you lose weight, that getting a good night's sleep leaves you feeling well rested, and that studies like these make people go, well, duh. Meanwhile, the Institute just received a $10 million grant to do a study to see if it gets dark when the sun goes down. This and more later today.
One was a social worker. The other one used to sell beepers. The Luis Guzman and Casper Martinez show.
He looks good.
No, he does. He
looks
does.
good.
Because Ivan had a fuller face. Ivan kind of looked like a older Linus from the Peanuts, from Charlie Brown. And now, his face it's like mine. I've lost some weight, so my face has gotten skinnier, but Ivan looks awesome, man. And thank you for being Luis Lambong and getting that ridiculous information that was pretty useless for the world.
Casper.
Yeah, because I'm about to refute it.
Jackie, look at what's about to happen. Casper, are you proposing tonight to Christina?
Am I proposing to Christina tonight? She said no.
No, okay. She's not. Okay.
Not tonight.
Without a ring.
Get the
one night. One of these days. One of these days.
You need a ring to propose. There is no ring. So until there's a ring, there's no proposal.
Word. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it. And you know what? Yeah. And you know what,
Why
Louis?
haven't you gotten the ring yet, Casper? What's wrong with you?
I got a house first. We did it as backwards. We got a house first, and then we're absolutely getting married. But Louis, keep eating there. I want to bring on our next guest. Like I said before, she used to be my roommate. She's still my homie. I like to call her and say, "Hey, little sister, where have you gone?" Please bring on Angelica Celaya.
Angelica!
There goes Ali. There goes your cousin Ali.
Mira, Oli saluda. Mira,
Oye, primo y prima.
I say they're cousins because, mira la carita, Ali. Qué lindo.
I want one.
Yo, you need to get a schnauzer. Louis looks like a schnauzer. He's got the same salt and pepper.
Or a Yorkie.
Schnauzer.
I have my other child with me too.
Alessandro!
How cute!
Look at that little gorgeous little guy.
He just ate pizza. Sorry about the face. Say hi. Say hi, tíos. Hi, tías.
Hola.
Hi.
¿Cómo estamos?
Marty.
That's so funny. But yeah, Oliver is Andy Schnauzer. And when we used to be roommates, I used to take care of him. And when me and Christina were talking about getting a doggy, I said, man, I really loved Oliver. I love that breed. I love how they really are.
Is that the same dog?
They're the same breed.
Yeah, the same breed.
Is that the dog that you took care of, Casper?
Yes, that's Oliver. I used to
my God. How old is Oliver?
He's 12, 13, right?
Yeah.
12, 13.
Wow.
You met him. Ooh.
Right? I was going to say, Louis met Oliver years ago.
But a long time ago in Miami.
Like in a bar, a club?
Probably most likely in a bar.
I don't even remember where we were at, but yeah, you did get to meet Oliver back in the
day.
Okay, hi Oliver.
Hey, bye. Say go, papi. No, if you're gonna chill here, you gotta stay quiet, all right?
He can talk to us. It's all good. This is a family show.
Casper, she's the mother. She's the mother, okay? She's the mother.
And you are the mother.
Well, Mia,
what he does.
Mia, so how you been? How's life these days? Cuéntame.
It's good. It's quarantine, getting more acquainted with my son. But hot as hell in LA, and but good. And pause, because what else are you gonna do? Camina. Okay, go with abuela. Okay, here we go. I'm back.
Oh, yeah, because here it's like, well, Jackie's in LA, and it's particularly.
It's hot, right? Are you dying? I'm dying. Melting.
I moved out of Arizona for a reason. I left the fucking desert for a reason. And now it's coming to me.
Yeah.
That is some bullshit. But hey, Christina, meet Angie, because Angie and Christina have spoken to each other, but they've never officially met.
We message each other on Instagram and stuff like that. And we'll send each other voice notes through Casper. But yeah, it's we haven't formally met face to face.
Absolutely. Y un saludito a Izzy. Izzy's in the house. Izzy, Juarbe, come on.
Hey,
Come on.
Izzy.
Izzy's a boy.
Yo, so let me
He has a
let Angie.
show.
Okay, I'm waiting for Angie to come back on.
Shit.
Estamos.
I think her audio might have left her for a second. But Israel says he has a schnoodle schnauzer poodle.
Poodle.
A schnoodle.
What's
A
that? A
schnauzer
schnauzer poodle?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They have schnauzer poodle.
A mutt, okay? A mutt. Okay,
Don't hate.
A mutt.
Schnauzer poodle mutt. A
A
schnoodle.
mutt. Yo, if a big man call me a mutt, I'll be okay with that.
After seeing your guys' schnauzers, I said I would
Oh
only
my
ever
God.
get Izzy, but now I think maybe I'd get a schnauzer too.
Oh, you will love it. You will love it.
Easy to
I just want little dogs.
little humans.
Oh, yeah, but Mija, did we ever dance together? Did we ever get that opportunity?
Who?
Did we ever, who?
You and I.
Did we ever dance together?
Yeah.
Did we ever dance together?
Yo,
We
if
never
we
danced together.
if we were hanging out, we had to have danced together.
No, you want to know what happened? We ended up throwing plates. Because we were, we were like,
I remember that.
Oh,
I remember
that
that.
Greek restaurant. I
Yeah.
used to love that. I used to love doing that there. Yes.
I can use some plate snatching right now in my life. I really can.
Mira,
I
mira.
think we all can.
No, there was a Greek restaurant in LA that would allow you to go to a specific area in the restaurant and you throw the plate and break it, and everybody would yell "Oppa!" or right or something like that,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
and clap. So
That
it
was
was-
a restaurant in Miami, Opa.
I like breaking.
Yeah.
things, So.
Okay,
Very
so we never danced. Okay.
All
So
right.
we owe each other just that.
A
Yeah.
dance.
We owe each other a dance. Yes, we do.
Yeah, I danced with Jackie all the time when we were in LA.
Well, see,
Yeah.
we need as soon as this pandemic is over, we need to have like a dance-a-thon.
Oh, hell
Word.
yeah.
Let's do it.
Dancing with the Stars.
Oh.
Hey.
I-
The Latino version.
I'll just do the fake robot all night.
I wanted it to be dancing con conflate, but that's okay también.
That's me at 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, baby.
Dancing con elote.
También.
I have a question for Angie.
What's up?
So, hey, Angie. So, when Mariposa de Barrio came out, which, we loved it. This guy over here turned into a telenovelero. Every
Had to
night
support.
at
Had
night,
to
he
support.
would actually be singing it, Mariposa de Barrio.
I
And
would.
everybody like, Marty, come on, it's time to get in bed and watch Angie. So I really enjoyed that because I knew of Jenny Rivera. I didn't know about Jenny Rivera. There's a difference. So I just wanted to ask you, what did you do to prepare for that role? How was it to portray somebody in that context, being that she went through so many things in her life to get where she did, and the unfortunate tragedy?
Yeah, it was hard because, well, the family actually selected me to portray their sister or mother because it was the kids that actually chose. And during the casting process, they were the ones that made the final decision. And they gave me all kinds of information about her, the book that, she inspired, and a lot, like a hard drive with a lot of video of her, family footage of her. And it was going on and trying to get her tone of voice and get her mindset, that Long Beach mindset, that she grew up with, that she's very, particular with, and that everybody that loves her embodies. And because there's a lot of things that were, of course, they're not verbatim as what happened. So you have to, ad lib to a lot of stuff that was going on, especially if the writer was in Spain when she was writing the script. So she wasn't really in tune with the Long Beach lifestyle. So it was going with that freedom that they gave me to really do the whole Spanglish thing on air and say whatever came. If I wanted to say fuck, shit, motherfucker, dickhead, whatever, it was like Telemundo was like, yes, that's Jenny, do it.
That's awesome that
was
Telemundo
awesome.
gave you that liberty, and that's one thing I did like about that particular show was the fact that it was bilingual. It really was. Telemundo. I'm not a big fan of Telemundo because I always feel like the programming is like 20 years behind us.
It's a little out of touch, yeah.
And then when I saw the Jenny Rivera story, I was excited, not only because it was Angie and someone I knew, but because I saw it to be a little more fresh. Even the way they shot it, the way they told the story, and the fact that the family was behind Angie to play the character of Jenny Rivera was awesome, because you got the blessing of the family who said, hey, we want you to be that person.
Yeah, it was pobrecito Marty, but yeah, it was difficult because it was her family and it was the fans and everybody had that critical eye. But it was a beautiful challenge. It was a beautiful challenge, and I commend my boyfriend por aguantarme, because pobrecito, the only way you can embody someone is to actually be that person 24/7. Get in the mindset until they say cut. That's it. We're done filming. Hasta aquí quedó. That's when you break character, because I had to be in it, and we were filming 80. It's Telemundo, so it's 80 hours a week. So you really can't break away. And pobrecito, oh my God, he went from meeting me, transforming into Jenny, but Jenny, they like cut my hair when she was about like 26 years old, that she had it to her shoulders, red, orange, shave eyebrows, and gaining weight. And it was just like, and then he had to deal with my attitude, because I can really give attitude.
Wow.
Yeah.
So did you put him into therapy to learn how to deal with this?
We're still trying to get him into therapy. He did a little bit of this is his therapy right here. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
ongoing. It's ongoing.
So now I gotta ask you a couple of questions here. What has been for you your biggest life lesson?
My biggest life lesson. Everything is in the moment. You're always thinking about tomorrow. You're always thinking about what I did in the past. But honestly, everything is in the moment, because life can be taken away in a heartbeat, or it can change in a heartbeat. And you'll never get this present moment back in life.
Beautiful. It's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Every answer is a good answer. That's what I have to say.
That's not true, because anytime I answer, you criticize me.
Okay, so now this is the follow-up question to this, to that, Mija. How do you feel about Casper?
Oh my God, was it mi hermano mayor? I can't, I love him.
I love Angie.
Okay, I just have to go back, because I was telling my suegra right now, I'm like, you guys don't know what Casper really helped me out, because I was filming in Miami, and Casper was there helping me out. And pobrecito, he was taking care of Oliver, and then he would see me working the long ass Telemundo hours, only getting Sundays off, and he'd be like, Angie, I know you're not eating, so I made you some brownies. But then he would make sure it would be like the fat-free brownies. Like, listen, I know you gotta watch your figure. So.
I was taking. Listen, I did everything. I walked the dog. I took care of the dog. I did laundry. I cleaned the bedrooms. I fed. You made
brownies porque bendito no estaba comiendo.
My favorite story that he has of when he was living with Angie was them two watching Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives and finding this mofongo place in
Benny's place when we went to get the mofongo. Oh, you've been there, Louis. Remember we went with Nestor Torres and Tito Nieves to Benny's.
Where? I want to try this place.
Benny's Mofongo's place up in Coral Way, was it? Yeah. Like on 100.
Was it South Dixie? Yeah.
Oh yeah. They have pasteles there too.
And the mofongo. Remember when we went there, the family was sitting in the corner because the owners were serving us, and there was a whole group that kept looking over. And then the owner, Benny, comes over with his wife, and he goes, "Hey, Louis, my family came here because they wanted to meet you." And he was like, "Yeah, sure." And they all came over and hung out with us. We took pictures. There was Nestor Torres, Tito Nieves, Louis. But yeah, me and Angie used to watch Drive-In, and Diners all the time. And that day, coño, ese fucking mofongo que tenía. And then we had, the thing was that we had a projector. So the TV looked huge. So we're looking at these mofongos, and as soon as Guy Fieri said, yeah, and we're gonna go and have some mofongos at Benny's in Miami, me and Angie were like, where? And we start Googling it.
The following day, we ended up at Benny's bright early in the morning. We're like, fuck this shit. We're having mofongo for breakfast. And we ordered all the mofongos, all the variety, because we weren't going to not try.
Yeah, seriously. I saw the pictures and I see Angie with this mofongo that's bigger than her head. And she's like,
Where's that picture? I want to see that one.
Oh yeah, it's somewhere in my Facebook. Actually, we do have a couple of pictures.
I just got to say hi to Danielle G. Hi, Danielle. Say hi to Eddie.
Danielle.
Kids.
Say hi to Eddie G in the house. We love you. We miss you guys. I know
Debbie
Danielle.
Cox, baby. Okay.
Debbie LES represent.
Okay, so you got some pictures.
Oh yeah, I was asking Gustavo, the technical director, who's usually.
I hope he does this right. Whoa! Wait, tell us about the moment that you took this picture. What was going on?
What was going on? So I spent 2 hours in hair just for them to actually get the perfect curl done. I was standing at an angle, holding my breath, and I probably had about half a bottle of whiskey in me because I cannot take a good picture. So for me not to freak out in front of a camera, because I like acting, not taking still photographs, I have to have some alcohol in my system. So that was me trying to look as serious and hold my angles together.
No, and I like it because you do look, I'm not going to lie, you look a little constipated.
It looks like I'm holding in a fart. It looks like I'm about to fart.
She looks like I'm holding this pail. I don't want them to know.
No.
hopefully it's silent.
Mija, I kind of feel that's the look of like, deja que llegue a casa.
Oh yeah. Alejandro gets that look though. Yeah. Alejandro gets that look at the grocery store. He does.
And just so people know, this was during publicity pictures for Zed, the character Zed, during Constantine on NBC, correct?
Yeah, that was it. I came in later in the show at second episode, so all the publicity photos that they do for the first episode, for the pilot and everything, I wasn't in there because they changed female leads. So then they brought me in, and they brought me in as like the first Latina lead character for a DC program. And then they did, thank you. Yeah. They presented me on Comic-Con in front of like 5,000 people, and it was just like, yes. And that was badass. It was badass. And then they had me taking these pictures, and it's funny because in the show, I do not look like this picture particularly.
No. I remember.
Wait. Is this false advertising? What's going on?
It is false advertising. That shit's airbrush. I'm holding it up, pelo, and my hair is like perfectly curled with nothing out of its place. Yeah, it's false advertising.
Okay.
And now let's look at the other picture, Gustavo. The one
advertising.
Oh wow!
This was
that's false advertising too.
Because this is a thick Angie, and this is what she was playing Jenny Rivera. You know,
I had that Kardashian booty.
Wait, honey, that is that all you?
No, I wish. Okay, so those boobs were mine at one moment because I was pregnant. Okay. So those boobs were mine. They're not mine right now. The butt and the hips, definitely not mine, because it doesn't matter how much I wanted to gain weight. You can't gain weight in one area. So it takes a long time to be like gaining weight, squat to get, a nice booty. And I mean, God gave me a booty, but not like that kind of a booty, and so yeah, so that was fake. That was, thank God for padding, because
what was it, like Spanx with padding on it?
Yeah, they like molded the hips perfectly and everything, and it looked good. Like my last month, like my 2 last months of pregnancy, my legs got then thicker to where I didn't have to wear padding anymore, and the dresses I filled out the dresses. I kid you not, I fucking loved wearing shorts at that moment. Because it was like, a proper booty that you don't get. Like, well, I don't get because I'm fucking 5'9", so I don't get that kind of booty naturally.
Oh, you're tall.
I'm a tall.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
5'9".
Coño, Casper, you got somebody to look up to.
No, we're actually the same side. No, I mean, me da gracia because the short motherfucker's talking shit.
Bro.
Little hockey puck over here talking about me. No, we have one more picture that this was. I believe this was when.
I had a handful.
No,
wow. Ya veo.
I wanted to get into telenovelas at one point, and I was trying to get tips from Angie, and I was like, "What can I do to get like a leading role on one of Telemundo's or Univision's novela?" And she was like, "You need makeup, you need to work it, and most importantly, don't shave your shoulders."
Yeah, no electrolysis, no. We all know Mexican men love hair.
Yes.
Wow. Mira.
Sure.
You will look like that. You look. I will call you Queen Bee. Queen Bee.
Cuca Gomez.
Oh yeah.
Oh, picture taken.
Cuca Gomez.
Well, this was when we were doing. This was 2009.
2008, 2009, when we were doing El Vacilón on Mega TV.
Oh wow.
Damn, Angie, that was 11 years ago already.
Oh shit!
I know, that's crazy.
Yo, but hold up a second, Casper.
Yeah,
we're about to show you like the ultimate, just the ultimate chick, okay?
Okay.
Gustavo, look at that. Okay.
Girl, you done did very good.
I done good.
Look at those lips.
I done good.
It's matchy. Looks nice.
You know what's that? You know what the name of that character is, right?
Dígame, cuéntame.
Lobster Louie. It's red like lobster.
No, that's
Luscious lobster.
That's the Little Mermaid. That's the Latin Little Mermaid.
So you guys.
I told Ariel to shave. It happened. I have something like that. It happened.
Is this on Disney Plus? Is this a new show on Disney Plus?
Disney Plus.
Es tan cabrón. Mija, I have another question for you.
Yeah.
Okay. This is profound. Okay. If you had to do another redo in your life, what would that redo be?
I had to do another redo. I would definitely. The moment I was offered, I was 22 years old. I had just gotten back from Mexico City from doing my first novela. I came over to LA, and NBC wanted to take me under their wing, but they're like, "Listen, you have to stay in LA." And I don't have any money. Like, I do have money, but like pesos, not dollars. And they're like, "If you can figure out to stay in LA, we'll figure out how to employ you, and we'll figure out how to help you." And at that moment, I was like, I'm too scared to come and be in LA. And right now I have another work opportunity to go back to Mexico City. So I'm going to go back to Mexico City. I think that redo would have been like, fuck it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go if whatever I have to do. And just, I should have taken that opportunity to just come to LA faster instead of spending, I think I was in Mexico City for 7 years in total.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I think it would have been better.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, but I don't think it's anything you should be feeling bad about, because I think you're doing well and you're moving. But no, that's a good answer.
I'm saying it.
Is Louis writing it down?
He's like, I'm gonna use this later.
Yeah. No.
Back when I was in Mexico City.
Yeah. When I read that, when I write that chapter, I'm going to refer to this.
I say it because it was hard on me I grew up in the States. So it's different growing up as an independent female in the United States and going into Mexico City, where a woman is basically, in a lot in this industry, it's treated as a second-class citizen. Mm-hmm. So standing my ground continuously and living by myself in that city and being in that nature of a beast that is, the Latin market in TV, it was tough. And there's some moments I wish I would have not. I wish I wouldn't have gone through. And I would have rather just stuck it out in LA. That's what I'm referring to. Like, I think opportunities come to you and you make whatever and they follow you and you have a path to go through in life. But there's moments where I know I'm too hard-headed and I grew up with boys and I don't feel that I'm a second-class citizen to absolutely nobody on this world. So being in a machismo work environment and city, I could have done without.
I feel you.
I respect you for sharing this so much because, you know, a lot of people, especially men and some women, I mean, they don't understand what it is for what women go through in our industry, you know, and there is a lot of sexism and, you know, women sometimes are looked upon as a headache and stuff like that, and it's like,
or she can't do that, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
So
she can't do that. She can't. She's. You're being too loud for a female. You're being too rough for a female. Oh,
Yeah.
because you're big, you're gonna be a cop now. And then I just got like roles of being cop on TV for the Latin market and producers calling me back into the editing room saying, "Can you hear yourself? Look at how you're speaking. Can you hear yourself? What are you doing? You're not, I kid you not, there was one Italian producer that would keep pulling me back and he's like, you're not on an American series. You're doing Spanish. You need to tone it down." And I'm like, wait a minute. It doesn't matter what the genre is and where you're going. Your craft is your craft. It has nothing to do with the language and it has nothing to do with who's your audience. The craft is the craft.
That's right.
But that was, oh.
Yeah, but you always have some asshole like that. I had a guy when I was working at ESPN. Dude could not stand me, and I loved it even more because he didn't like my Spanish. He didn't like my English. And I'm like, motherfucker, we're doing a Domino's show. Get over yourself, you know. And everybody in the production would always tell me, yo, Luis doesn't like the way you said that in Spanish. And I go, well, tell fucking Luis to do my job then, and I'll do his job. But Luis can go fuck himself, you know.
Okay, thank you, Casper. So, Mia. Yeah, so what's your favorite thing to cook?
Tacos de Jamaica.
Okay, please tell us about that.
Okay, so la flor de Jamaica is how you make the hibiscus. How do you say that in English? Hibiscus? Is it hibiscus? The flower that you make the water? Jamaica. What Jamaica? So you take that, you bake the agua de Jamaica, but with the flour that's left. See, because I'm pescatarian now, so I only eat fish, eggs, and dairy, but everything else, 90% of my diet is plant-based. So I take the flor de Jamaica and I cut a lot of onions and I saute it with some orange juice because you're gonna get a bittersweet with it. And it caramelizes it just right. So then you get la tortilla de maíz and you la calientas. On the side, haces una salsita de guacamole with some lemon. You make that into a taquito, and it is divine.
See, that sounds good. I could get into that. Whatever Louis is eating right now, I'm like, whatever. But she sold me on that.
It's a sour, sweet, sour, spicy. It's good.
I love her face.
It sounds like a party in my mouth.
Thinking about it.
I will make it for you guys. I promise. When we have the dance-a-thon, I will provide the tacos.
Okay.
It's on.
Right?
Tacos and tacos night. It's tacos and tacos night.
Tacos.
Oh, yeah.
Tacos para comer.
Mira, yesterday was Taco Tuesday here in my house.
A word?
Yeah, man.
What'd you make?
Yeah. Shrimp and chicken.
Ooh.
Nice.
Well, I have family that come over. I generally don't eat meat, but you get all these Latinos and Boricuas that come to your house, and they eat chuleta, pernil, camarones, you know, and they goes all that shit out the window, you know.
It's like in my big fat Greek wedding. He don't eat meat.
Yeah. So I gotta tell. So tell us something. Tell us something that new that you learned this week.
New that I learned this week. I did learn something new. What the hell? I even told Luis, oh my God, I didn't know that. I have, mira, that's what happens when you're a mother.
No puede ser.
4 o'clock in the morning.
No puede ser. Mija. Okay, Jackie, I'm going to let you take over from here because obviously we didn't learn anything this week.
I did. I don't remember it. I'm sorry.
If it comes up, if you remember. But Jackie, go ahead, take over, girl.
She looked like Lorraine Bracco and good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I do have a brain, just not working right now.
Okay. Jackie,
Yes.
what was the question you had?
If you
What was
had
the
any.
question I had?
Yeah.
If you had any.
I would really like to know what your experience was like on the Jenny Rivera set, or rather playing Jenny Rivera on set, in terms of, because it's hard as an actor already to play a role, but to play a role and embody a character that you know already has so many fans, and there's this ideal that you have to live up to. What was that experience like for you, and what was it like on set dealing with, say, a director or a producer who was asking for something different when you already had studied the character, or
Right.
that kind of situation?
Yeah, like you've already established certain things.
Right. Right.
So it's something funny. I'm glad you asked that question because they have this video going out like in promotional stuff. And right now in Latin America, in Telemundo Internacional, they're starting to air Mariposa de Barrio. So they have like this whole promotional thing going out, like, oh, we have Angelica with the choreographer. I'm like, what the fuck, a choreographer? Jenny Rivera never did choreography dancing. Like, she's not like, like J-Lo style dancing,
Right, right.
Like she gets the banda or the mariachi and she sings, with her tequila, and she feels the music and moves. It's just what happens. And they knew this from the beginning. So Jenny was from California, parents from Sonora. I think her mom's from Sonora. My family, like I was born in Arizona, but my family's from Sonora. Like I grew up listening to banda and everything. I grew up listening to that music. I still to this day listen to the music and dance to that music. And if I have enough drinks, I'll sing to it too. And so they put this choreographer with me, and I'm like, a ver, estoy en Miami con un coreógrafo, and he's very sweet, but he's like, and then she would do this, y que no sé qué. I'm like, but when she would move like, and I'm like, are you even listening to the tambora? Are you listening? Like, I did what he wanted me to do because he was getting paid to do his job, and I need to respect him, and I need to respect the decision of the producers. But when the moment came to do the concerts and we actually, where they do the Latin billboards in Miami, the Wasco Center or whatever it's called, we started doing the concerts out there. And they're like, well, do you need to practice? I'm like, play the music. Let's do this. Got out there they're like, Angelica. I'm like, I've been telling you guys forever that I grew up listening to this music. I know how to dance this music. I know how to dance with this music with these high heels. I know this. I grew up with this. And every single woman that idolizes Jenny Rivera knows this, that they're the same way. They feel the music. They know how to move. They want to, like, there's things that le pones emphasis and you do. And then there were the scenes that it's like, it's too proper. Like I don't like the videos and everything, and even the reality show, I Love Jenny. You can see how she talks. She doesn't talk that proper Spanish, that not even that I know both languages perfectly and studied acting in Mexico City. So and in Spanish linguistics, I don't even talk like that the way they were writing. So I started getting more into the character to a moment when they're like, do your thing. We don't want to control you. We want you to have the liberty that you need to make sure that she moves in the direction. And it was pretty badass, the moments that I would get the freedom to just go and do, or even just direct the kids. And they're like, I want to do this scene in English. I feel like this scene with her kids, it's all in English. And let's just be spectators. We'll put subtitles, and just be with the kids, and man, working with kids is awesome. And she had, you know, she had a good amount of kids, and they're all beautiful kids too. And they, getting the kids together and going over the scenes and making them come into English and making them more real life, more loving, more what it is, and having that freedom that you really don't get, especially with Telemundo. And then the directors trusting me to just do whatever I felt was really liberating. And I really thank them for that experience. And I really thank the family for giving me the courage to have the freedom to embody her the way I thought she needed to be embodied. But again, I'm not trying to, I never tried to imitate her, and I never tried to be her, because I can only portray an essence of her, because obviously I never had her life and her struggles and her journey. So I can only try to grasp her essence and portray that.
No, it was great representation.
Yeah, definitely. And that's really cool that they were, you know, that they were willing to let you sort of take the reins, because they saw that you were doing a great job with it, you know, like that's a good director.
It's funny because you're saying, yeah, it's cool, but after the fact, she had to keep proving herself and keep proving herself and keep proving herself until finally these producers or the directors or whoever was coming up with a note said, yo, fuck it, let her do it. She knows what she's doing, you know.
It was pretty cool too.
Yeah, if those people would have been giving me notes, I would like, nah. Yeah.
But see, that's what I need to learn. I need to learn to be like,
yeah.
But yeah, yes, them to death. You're like,
Oh, you know, I mean,
we want anyway.
let me tell you, it's like what drives me crazy is doing a show and you're getting a director, and like I respect everybody that I work with, you know, but when people try to undo certain things about your character and they don't understand where you're coming from, you know, they just, okay, so I want you to do, I said, yeah, but this guy wouldn't do that. You know, and now then they got you asking, so what would they do? Oh, okay, just watch. Because I don't tell you what I'm gonna do. I show you what I'm gonna do. Mm-hmm. And you know, and you come back to, how'd you like that? They go, cool. So that's what I'm gonna do. You know, it's a challenge because again, you mold the character.
Yeah.
Like you said, you know the character better than anybody else.
Yeah. And human beings, that we're not linear. Depending on how life pushes us, we're different people on a different hour, on a different day. And you can't pretend to have characters that are linear and boxed in. It's not real. It's not life.
Right.
And ultimately, they hire an actor for the choices that actor is going to make in that role. You know, there's a certain character that you bring to the role that they like, and so they have to let you bring that to the role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I got a question. I got a quick question, guys. Can I ask Angelica a question?
Gustavo, you got 2 minutes.
I guess.
Since we're talking about, you know, humans not being linear, I guess, Angelica, have you ever answered your cell phone in the shower? And if so, who was calling?
Oh, Luis, definitely. It's either Luis or my mother. They're the ones that get the answer. My mom's calling me. If there's a reason she's calling me, she's not messaging me. And if Luis is calling me, of course I'm going to answer in the shower. Why wouldn't I?
That's your man, shit.
That's my man. I'll answer him. Doesn't matter what I'm doing. Except in the crapper. I do not answer in the crapper.
Oh, I would be like, hold on, Louis. Louis, give me a second. Hello. No.
You walk in here, sóbeme la espalda, no.
Wow.
Yeah, no. Bathrooms and phones are not for me.
Who's your favorite actor?
Anthony Hopkins.
Why?
He reminds me of my dad. I saw my dad as the Mexican Hannibal Lecter. I look at him, and I don't know if it's because he resembles my dad so much. I don't know if it's because he resembles my dad so much, but I look at him and his everything that he does, everything his decisions on fucking even eye movement is just, it's beautiful. And I'm there. I go through his journey, and I love seeing him on screen. Again, I don't know if it's because he reminds me of my dad so much. Right. But I enjoy his journey. every single time.
What was your favorite role? The most favorite role that you saw him in?
I just saw him on the Two Popes. That was just beautiful.
Oh, that was beautiful. I saw that. That was great.
It was beautiful, and the one he did with Gwyneth Paltrow, that he was a genius. Was it called Prom?
Oh, the mathematician.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I don't remember the name of the film though.
Yeah, but the one that he did with Gwyneth was his daughter, and he had gone mad, and I think it was because it was the first time I saw him be that dad where he's trying to be the strong one, but he's really weak. And it's like you see the contradicting personalities through the movie. And he did it so beautifully and so humanly. And so you saw a true soul in that character. And that to me blew me away.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal actor for sure. He's one of those actors that can be still and do absolutely nothing, and you're like,
and you're still yes, yeah. I agree 1,000%.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I also think is great too. Aside from Louis, obviously, I'm gonna say the obvious. Okay, Daniel Day-Lewis. I just think he's a chameleon. Like, that guy is never the same in any role he plays. He's always something different. And he's an artist. He's phenomenal. I really think
he's a true artist. Yeah, he is. And it's funny because I never see him. I don't see him on broad daylight and see like, ese tipo es guapo. Nunca, ever. But then the movie that everyone hates that he did was 9. But you see him in 9, and oh my God, he is just so sexy. Such gravitas. I'm like, wow.
Good word. That's what he is.
I'll have to remember to see that movie.
Louis hating.
Yeah, I know. He said it with so much enthusiasm, right? Like, let me write down that Daniel Day.
Yeah, I tell you, I said this story before, but one time I was hanging out with Daniel Day-Lewis for like 3 hours. Did not know who he was.
Right.
No.
And I'm hanging out with him, and I'm passing him blunt, and he's like, "No, I'm good, and getting drink and shrimp cocktail for 3 hours. I'm hanging out with this guy, and then he told because he came with one of my boys, right? So he left, and I go to my boy, "Yo, bro, that guy, he played for the Rolling Stones, right?" He go, "You don't know who that is?" I said, "No, I don't know who that is." He said, "That's Daniel Day-Lewis." And I go, "Oh, shit."
He's a chameleon. You see that?
Yeah. He is.
But he was very, very, very cool. He was very conversational. I really dug his vibe. He was great. So besides Casper, who is like the worst actor you ever worked with? And no names.
He
no
can't
names.
answer that.
No names.
I
You don't even have. Don't say the project. No, nothing. Just say
just the experience. What was the experience?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm just gonna, and it came really quick to my head too. Okay, so this is my experience, and it's always it's in Mexico, and so I don't know how these. It's a talent to use that earpiece that's feeding you lines. It's a freaking talent, and to make it look natural. And anyone who does it, hats off, because I do not know how to do that to save my life. I memorize everything, and that's what I do. Even if it's 30 scenes in a day, the 30 scenes will be memorized the night before. I'm on set. I'm the lead. I have 6 work weeks, 6 work days in the week. I have almost every single scene, and bam, 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 go, 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 go. And this guy, he's just chilling in his trailer doing shit. And he has the earpiece. And this is like towards the end of the day. And we're just like, okay, we're doing the last scenes. We all want to go home. Y el cabrón messes up not once, not twice, but like continuously messes up. So I got pissed off. Because it's at the end of the day, the technicians are tired. The guy in the boom is like, can we please wrap this shit up?
He's got an earpiece, so they're giving him his fucking lines.
And he can't say it. It's not really like he's saying a tongue twister to where he's saying like, I don't know, some maybe legal jargon that he'll never use in his life, that it's kind of weird. No, it's stupid everyday life that you actually get the liberty to mold it to however you want to say it.
Yeah,
the guy could not do it.
Maybe he was trying to get overtime.
No, I got pissed. I'm like, listen, you had all this fucking time in your trailer to actually go over these 2 scenes. You could have been over them over. We could have done this in one take. And you, what were you doing in your trailer? Do you take your job seriously? This is not your first project either. Do you take their job seriously? Do you take the technician's life seriously? Do you take, the audio guys are outside in the fucking heat?
Listen,
go home.
If I would have messed up that many times, at least I would have owned it. That's it.
That's
I mean, we all have our days.
It's not prepared. It's awful.
But it gets to, it's awful. If you're not prepared, if you're not there on set and you don't, if I see you struggling, I respect you because you're struggling, you're trying your best to get through it. But if you're like treating it like, whatever, I messed up, but can you give me the line again? No, it's not a party. You're working, you're getting paid to work, and you're getting to work in our industry is a beautiful thing. And the payment is actually to be on set and execute that character and give life to something that's on a piece of paper. That's a gift that not a lot of actors get. And he's throwing it away. It's a disrespect.
Can I ask you guys a question? So you guys heard that SAG is going to increase the amount that you have to make in order to get health insurance?
Yep.
Yeah.
And what I don't understand about that, how you going to do an increase on people's wages when nobody's fucking working?
Pandemic.
Thank you.
That is bullshit.
Thank you.
For people who don't know, SAG is the Screen Actors Guild. It's the union for working actors here in the U.S. They're raising the amount of money, the threshold for the amount of money that you have to make per year in order to qualify for health insurance during a pandemic when nobody's working because there is no work. It's insane. It makes absolutely no sense.
Part of the
They
reason
should lower it, not higher it.
Part of the reason that they're saying that is because since nobody's working and not much is coming into SAG, money-wise, but they have to pay people's benefits. So the claim is that they're losing money,
Well, they are, but that's the business.
That's something that should have been budgeted for.
I have a question though. Everybody, we've all been home quarantining, streaming the shit out of everything, maybe even watching shit twice. Mm-hmm. Isn't that residual money and all that shit like come through also SAG? Yeah. So it's not like they're not making money. They're making money.
Yep, exactly.
Well, I don't know exactly how that works, but I don't know like what percentage they get, but I know they get a good sum.
And there's production that's still
we've been
the point is nobody's fucking working.
Right.
So cancel the shit till people begin to work again. You have to. And sometimes you gotta reinvent what's going on there. But I think doing that at this time, not a good idea, and it's not a good look on behalf of the leadership there.
Nah, it is straight up bullshit.
And I support my union. And SAG have done a lot for all of us. But sometimes even though you have their back or they have your back, sometimes you got to pull their coat and make them aware like this. Mia, you got any questions for me? Ask me a question. After everything.
Okay. What's your favorite memory with Casper?
Ooh.
Wait, say that again?
What's your favorite memory with Casper?
My favorite memory with
Casper. It doesn't have to be fun. It's just your favorite memory. Or like that one just sticks out.
Oh, my favorite memory with Casper.
Favorite. the one you like, the one you enjoy, the one that makes you smile when you think about me.
Shit, man. We've had so many, man. Coño.
They're not that memorable.
No,
Not
they
that
are.
memorable. Okay, well, okay. Do you want me to like just like maybe what's your weirdest memory then? That you're just like, what the fuck with Casper? The best what the fuck moment.
But that's like we done so much shit together. That's the crazy thing. That's the right. We used to hang out all the fucking time.
Yeah.
In New York,
All the
you
time.
know.
Shit.
Then I guess it's a lifetime of memories.
I think one time me and Casper went to some club in Manhattan, and it was a Sunday night, and we were looking for my boy, and there was Casper's like, no fucking way we're gonna find this guy. It's like Sunday night, like the best party in New York, right? And Casper said, no way we're gonna find this guy. I said, bro, follow me. So we're walking around, find him like that. I said, how you know he was over here? I said, bro, you can't smell that shit? The guy had the best fucking weed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
Yo, Angie, put it this way. We went with that same guy to Don Coqui, to Jimmy's restaurant on 57th Street. And the waiters were like, yo, where you get that shit?
No way.
He smelled that.
Good? That good. Okay, so here's a follow-up question to that story. Have you ever thought of making your own brand of weed and sharing it with the world?
Yes. As a matter of fact, just so you know, our buddy, the technical director there, Gustavo, has invested in that, right, Gustavo?
Yes, we have a company based out of Oklahoma, Limelight Buds. You can go limelightbuds.com. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and everything else.
We
And,
all need to get a strain named after us.
we're going to get a strain named after
The
us.
Celaya, the Pachanga, you know, the Casper and the Jackie Q.
I like it.
But I would like to know, like, what would make each strain particular to that person and why?
Mine would be spicy and it would sneak up on you.
Okay. Mine would just make you high as fuck and give you the crazy munchies.
And make you laugh a lot.
Mine will make you laugh a lot and like clean your house like 3 fucking times in like an hour.
And Angie's would be like very elegant. I see Angie's being like a super elegant, like something that you
Like
would
a
just
fine strain,
something that you
like-
would just feel like you're
Yes,
walking
yeah.
on air and just be like,
You're having wine and cheese and a blunt.
Ooh, wine and cheese, yes. I like
tacos, tacos.
It's wine and tacos. It's tequila and tacos. The tequila tacos.
Mine would make you focus so much it gets you super technical because I'm the technical guy, you know?
Okay, but for real, I need Louis Strand and Gustavo Strand like in one because
Together.
my life needs that at this moment. I need to clean my house and I need to
Oh, wow. So can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did you smoke a little bit before you came on?
No, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've tried and I've tried. And I've done edibles. And you know when you feel like death is upon you?
Oh my God.
But like higher.
Wow.
That happens to me too. That's why I don't know. I get paranoid. It's not a fun feeling. There was one time I went to a friend's birthday party and I didn't hear him say that the cake had weed in it. But apparently he told everybody it had weed. And it was so delicious. I was like, I want another piece. And he was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. Why? He's like, okay. So I had another piece. And I forget where it was that we were, but we were waiting in line for like bumper cars or something. And I was standing there and I'm staring off into space and suddenly I start to hear my own thoughts. And then my eyes start to feel a little heavy. And my mouth starts to feel dry. And in my head, I'm going, well, this is weird. My mouth feels kind of dry. My eyes feel kind of heavy. I'm listening to myself talk and I feel kind of, I'm high. why do I feel high right now? And my friend was like, because there was weed in the cake. And I was like, oh, I didn't know there was weed in the cake. He's like, oh shit, and you had 2 slices. I was like, yeah, I had 2 slices. I was high for like 2 days. That was the scariest thing ever. It was horrible.
That's
I did an edible that did not go well with me, and then you start receiving like the family chisme through WhatsApp. So I was with like edible and family chisme, and that shit did not go well. Then I'm Googling how to make edibles go down in your system, how to metabolize it. Ahí te estoy comiendo pimienta. I'm like eating peppercorns and being like, this has to get down and drinking water by the gallons. And I ended up just like going to my friend's house and getting like tarot cards out and like focusing on that shit.
Yeah,
nice.
Tarot card. Do you read tarot cards?
I don't, but I have friends that do, and they have like angel tarot cards. They have Zen tarot cards. They have like this variety that it's all peaceful and pretty, and it just like it's exactly what I needed for my edible high.
The nice balance.
Do you believe in that stuff?
I believe, I love you too, Lucia Garcia. There's some things I do and some things I don't. Some like there's like horoscopes. I don't believe in that. But then I talked to this lady she's from Medellin, and she talks to the archangels, and she'll tell you stuff that you'll just tell like, what messages do the archangels have for me? And she tells you things that she shouldn't know. She just shouldn't know. And all I'd say is, what message do they have for me? I don't say anything. And I really don't post a lot about like my personal life. Like I do personal life on social media, but not like to the point where you know exactly what I'm doing and what I've done.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and some stuff is really...
So check it out. Somebody here wrote that they got impatient with the edible, and to speed it up, smoked the blunt and drank 3 glasses of wine and shit that hit me all at once.
Well,
said, yo.
That's funny.
Smart.
Way to go,
Wow.
Maria.
I can't
Yeah,
relate
Maria.
to any of that. I've never even been drunk.
So
No?
Yo
You
no he
don't
probado
drink?
nada.
You've never smoked?
Nothing.
I creen.
That's
Come mucho
Cheesecake.
creen y se pone
Cheesecake.
bien.
Yep, cheesecake.
Te pone a
It's a
sudar.
sugar rush. It's a sugar rush.
Yo?
Sugar's my drug of choice. Sugar and, well, it used to be liquor, but since the pandemic, I'm like, I don't drink anymore. I have 1 sip and I'm like drunk.
No, me and
That's
Jackie
why-
used to hang out heavy.
That's
and
why
drink in the apartment.
that's why I don't go out with Jackie no more. Oh, yo, I'm gonna tell you a Jackie story right now, right?
He's going to embarrass me.
Yeah, no, it's not embarrassment, honey. It's encouragement to never do that shit again. But here's the deal. So one time we went out, we met up at our apartment, and it was like about 12 of us, and we will always go out. So we went out dancing, we had a great time, but we're drinking, a couple of smoking. I don't know what Jackie was doing, but I think maybe she might have took a toke, but definitely she was drinking. So we ended up going to this fucking diner that's open 24 hours a day. And we get there like 2:30 in the morning. And everybody's ordering. And when they come to Jackie goes, yeah, I want chicken fingers.
No, it was a chicken sandwich. It was a
chicken sandwich, right. She wanted a chicken sandwich. And then they go, we don't make chicken sandwiches. And Jackie says, but I want a chicken sandwich. Y ahí empezó la jodienda. And she's going back and forth. So I put the lady to the side and said, mira, puñeta, perdona, puñeta. Can you just get some like chicken tenders and put that shit in the bread? And that's it.
Right?
That's
her up,
it. Oh my God.
But at least I was sweet and I was hungry. I wasn't like, screaming.
But she wanted a freaking chicken sandwich at 3:00 in the morning. Everybody else was eating French fries.
That's not as bad as me going into a Chinese restaurant drunk fighting with the guy because I want a fucking burger.
No, you do not.
And my boy's like, yo, asshole, we're in a Chinese restaurant. And I was like, I want a fucking burger.
Right.
You know?
I was in a diner. A diner has everything that they need to make a chicken sandwich. Why don't you have a chicken sandwich? Like,
Have you ever had that experience that you go to some place and you're ordering something and they tell you that they don't have it, and or any kind of experience, fun stuff?
Or they run out and they don't have this and they don't have that. Like, well, what do you have? And they really don't have shit. Yes. It happens with me at marisco places because I like certain ceviche, and sometimes they run out and you don't get like, okay, bueno, un marisco de blanco, whatever. No lo tenemos, acabó. Un pulpo a las brasas, también se nos acabó el pulpo. So like everything you want, you actually go to the marisco place to go and ask for it. They don't have it. It's just it's sad. Because you're like wanting to eat, you really want to eat something because food is good and your taste buds want to be happy, and you have like all this excitement and expectations to then be let down by an establishment that promises.
That's a real puñeta.
No scoop for you.
Yeah. No, yeah. Jackie, are you a sad drunk? Am I getting that when you do cry when you don't have your food?
When I'm a drunk, when I'm drinking, rather, I love everybody. I'm happy and I want to dance.
Oh my God. It's like you can't peel her off you. Oh my God. You gotta be like, Jackie.
I like this.
I have to go to the bathroom. I wanna go. No.
That's not. Now he's talking nonsense. But yeah, I love it. What about you?
I become very social. I become very loud. Me sale lo teibolera. I'm very put together, and I always like I'm measured, and especially now that I'm a mom, there's things that I don't do anymore. But when I get that going and the music's on, then they put some reggaeton, y que no le pongan reggaeton porque le sale lo teibolera. That's me, and I'm like, yeah, jumping to the floor, and I'm like, yeah. So yeah, Luis gets a show.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is why you like me, huh, baby? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I start to get a little hood. The New York comes out, and people are like. Yeah.
She goes ghetto-licious. So
That's
yeah. So what's coming up? What's in the future? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to getting out of this pandemic and seeing my family. Right now, there's a couple of things I'm looking forward to. I have time now to write, to do what I want to do, which is I think right now we want to tell stories of uplifting because the world is not a very uplifting place that we live in at this moment. And I want to get into a story that I've always wanted to tell. Because as actors, we're always put into stories that, it's someone else's story and it's someone else's point of view and it's someone else's whatever they want to portray and communicate to the world. And I have something I want to communicate to the world. But I think right now I'm in this particular moment where you ain't got shit to do, so might as well do it yourself. And within that, see my parents, man, and have a good Christmas in December, and hopefully by 2021, see everybody and hug them, possibly.
I know. I want to see you guys and hug you guys.
I want to know what love is. I know we can make it. I want to feel what love is.
Oh my God.
Don't hate, Jackie.
Jackie, just because you can't sing, you can't put us down.
What?
Anyway, yeah, thank you very much for that. That meant so much. Mija, listen, love you for spending time with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
And so proud of you, and thank you for sharing yourself, and giving people this incredible insight. You are an incredible woman. La lucha continúa. Much respect to you. I'll the baton to Jackie because she wants to say.
I've never met you, but I've seen photos of you. I've been friends with Casper for a very long time. And that last photo that he showed, I remember seeing that, always laughing when I saw it. So it's really nice to finally meet you. And I love the work that you're doing. And I'm excited to see you in your next show or whatever you write. I'm very interested to see what you're working on next. So best of luck to you and everything. And I'm gonna hold you to those tacos because I want.
We have to. Yes, we get Casper, Christine to come on over, and will you come on over, and we all gather here in the taco land of Los Angeles because this is where we can get some decent salsa for the tacos, and we'll do it.
Guys, as long as I'm invited, we can do the show from there.
We'll have you in a little corner just eating the taco.
Bueno, Gustavo está en Nevada, so he's close to you guys.
Yeah, no kidding.
The jump.
Casper, palabra, por favor.
Bueno, I just want to thank everyone for being part of the show. I want to go ahead and I see that the Garcia Lucia is saying, tengo una cuenta fan sobre ti, Angélica Zelaya. You know, she's
thank you.
Post that up, Gustavo, so we can see that. Una cuenta fan sobre ti.
Oh, gracias. Thank you. That's very sweet. Gracias. And I thank them.
Wait, she's not talking about me?
No, it's not about you. It's not about you. And I want to thank everyone who chimed in on the show today. Brian De Jesus with What's His Hustle.
Yeah, man.
Rod Reyes. I love seeing Rod.
G, Izzy, Ivan, thank you for your info on Darwin.
Because
yes,
we need to finish off this bee thing. So, Angelica, you weren't here for this, but apparently, according to Louis, bees have disproven Darwin's theory of evolution.
I don't know how.
I don't agree with that, and I found something that refutes it, which is that it's called kin selection. So in a beehive, not every bee reproduces, but within that hive, there will be one queen bee eventually, like out of all.
Right.
So they do reproduce, and in that, the ones that survive are the ones that have the genes. Apparently, they have genes that are quick to adapt to whatever situation they're in.
What kind of genes? Levi jeans, Lee's, Sergio Valente, Sassoon.
Casper, this is why you have a GED. Because you didn't freaking listen.
I'll read it to you.
Be quiet and learn, bro. Let's get past the GED.
Don't be mean, Louis.
No, go ahead.
He's not being mean. That's a fact. I have a GED.
Go ahead.
The theory was called kin selection, and it suggests that non-reproducing animals still benefit when another member of their group is having babies. Hold on. Let me go down.
Okay.
It says they found that DNA regions that are evolving the most rapidly in honeybees are responsible for worker behavior.
Right.
Which means that they evolve more rapidly than humans, for instance, that take a very long time to evolve. So the better the workers are, the more likely their queen's hive environment will remain stable and benign. And that means she's more likely to have more children, many of whom will also have the good mutations that made her workers so adaptable in the first place. So,
I get that. But
thing.
how the fuck does that disprove Darwin's
theory? It doesn't. That's the point.
That's bullshit because you got to understand, a queen bee lays 1,000 freaking eggs a day. Okay? A day. All right? She's the one that's taken care of. So there are worker bees in there. They pick up her shit. They groom her.
Where do you think the queen bee is coming from? The queen bee is in one of the eggs that another queen bee has laid. So
no, that's not true. That's not true. A queen bee does. Well, queen bee does lay the egg. You're right. You're right.
Mira, este arroz con culo is for another show, for another day.
Oh my God!
Thank all you guys for this Charles Darwin's theory.
People have a life. Okay, Mia, my blessings to you. thank you so much for.
I love you
spending some
guys.
time.
Thank you so much for having me. I had a really good time. Can't wait to see you guys in person.
By the way, I like for you and Jackie to hook up. I'm gonna give you guys each other's info because we have a segment called Mujeres in Media where Jackie's doing those segments, and it'll be like an extensive interview that you guys can go ahead and work on. I'd love for you to be part of that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and you're in LA, so
Yep.
yes.
I'll hook it up.
Thank
Vamos.
you.
Okay.
We're out of
Love you
Gracias.
guys.
Bendiciones.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to
Adios.
go. Say bye to Ali.
Bye, Ali.
Bye, Marty.